Hello everyone, Kingdom Kid here with another update video. That's right guys, we are halfway done with 2021, which is crazy to believe, I know, right? I got a lot of stuff to talk about here. Some stuff that's happening in July with me that will affect the stream schedule. I've already talked about this before on some of my previous live streams, but I'm going to talk more. There's not really much more I need to explain, but I'm just going to explain it again here. And of course, video games coming out, video games that did come out in such and such and such and such. You know, this is a normal update video that I keep doing quarterly at the end of every quarter, and I like doing these, so I hope you guys enjoy them too. So before we do anything, we always go back to the previous quarter and talk about stuff. So let's go to the beginning of the second quarter in April. April didn't really have that many games coming out that month, but that's totally fine. I believe I spent most of this time live streaming Final Fantasy 14, catching up to the best I can, which I did catch up. I believe this is actually, or no, I think May had the last update before Endwalker comes out later this year. So I was streaming 14, and then I took a break from that until later, which I'll get to that first. First things first, Oddworld Soulstorm came out on the 6th. It was free for PlayStation Plus members if you had a PS5. It was an okay game. That was probably the roughest series I've ever done, for sure. So, yeah. And speaking of series, Nier Replicant came out, and I played that game. I let's play that game, and that was a fantastic game. I freaking loved that game a lot. It's so much better. It has so much more charm than Gestalt, which is the original Nier game. Even though I still have, even though I've never played Gestalt, I want to. Like, for some reason, this game made me want to play the inferior version of it. Sometimes that happens, and it's fun. New Pokemon Snap came out. We did a Let's Play on that. I enjoyed it. I have gone back to it a couple of times just to take some pictures here and there, and it's fun. The new Pokemon Snap game is definitely a fun game. So that was April. And we go to May, which had some pretty big releases. Obviously, the notable one is Resident Evil Village, aka Resident Evil 8. Freaking love that game a lot, and I'm glad I played it. There is DLC being made for it, so I will be checking that out probably when it comes out, which is probably going to be in 2022, so we'll wait on that for a while. I believe, I didn't write it down here, but I believe May, is either May or June, where finally the final DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has come out. I'll talk more about that later on. So that came out on the 7th. On the 14th, we had a couple of games. We had Mass Effect Legendary Edition, or Legendary Collection, whatever it is, which had Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I want to pick that up at some point, because I've never played the Mass Effect games. My most exposure to Mass Effect is I played a demo for Mass Effect 3 back on the PlayStation 3, back when they had timed demos where it was like, oh, you can play for like 2 hours or something like that. It kind of sucked because like as soon as you started, like even if you exit out of the game, it still counted for some reason, or something weird like that. And the only reason I did that was so I can get a special suit in Dead Space 3. Or was it? Yeah, it was Dead Space 3. Because, yeah, it's like, yo, if you have a save file of Mass Effect 3, you get a special suit in Dead Space 3. And that's the only reason why I did that. So, because I wanted that suit, because it looked cool. And then we have the Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and The Girl Who Stands Behind. Those are two games I do want to check out at some point as well. Don't know if they'll be series or not. I know they are like visual novels. I don't know if they're like visual novel-esque, kind of like how what is it? Phoenix Wright is Ace Attorney. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a mystery like that. It might be. It probably is. It does look like that to me. So there's that. Miitopia came out on the 21st. I don't know if I'll pick that game up. I heard nothing but good things about it. It's like, it's just a fun, kooky, charming little game, and it's like, okay. So maybe I'll pick it up at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Probably the biggest game that came out this quarter that I was most excited for was Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. We are doing great in that Let's Play. I think we're getting very close to the end of the game here, so there's that, and I will mention more about what's coming up with that later on. And then World's End Club came out on the 29th. And that game's still weird to me. I just started going back to that since we got done with Ratchet & Clank and Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrated Yuffie DLC. So we're back in World's End Club, which I don't know. It feels like we're getting close to the end of that as well. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So that was that. That was May. In June, we had, of course, before I mention any of the games, we had E3. So, and I covered E3. I have my reaction videos to all the press conferences that I watched, which is Summer Game Fest, Xbox and Bethesda, Square Enix, and Nintendo. Was that it? Yeah, I think it was only those 4 things that I really had an interest in. And of course, Nintendo blew everyone out of the water. We'll talk more about some of the games that they got announced that are coming out in this quarter. But majority of the games that got announced are either coming out in the last quarter or a little bit in 2022. But again, we'll get there when we get there. Of course, on June 10th, we had the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade update come out. Probably my fastest platinum ever. I got it within an hour. It would have been a lot sooner if that was literally the first thing I did when I booted up the PlayStation 5 version of the game, was just download my PS4 save file, because that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, oh, if you upload your PS4 file, and then you can download it on the PS5 version if you have a PlayStation 4 version of the game, which is how I did. And then the DLC costs $20, which is very much worth it in my opinion. It's very much worth it in my opinion. $20 is fine. If it was 30, I'd be like, But yeah, $20 for that DLC was worth it, because you got the story with Yuffie and you get some like secret awesome stuff with it. So yeah, if that was literally the first thing I did, probably would have been like a 20-minute thing. So yeah, because yeah, you bring down your save file and you get all the trophies that you had, and I platinum that game because it's not that hard to platinum. There are a few hard trophies in that game to platinum, but I feel like, well, first of all, I just need to level up some of the materia I have, and I feel like I can knock out the rest of the trophies that are in Intergrade. Although one of them will probably still be a bit rough, because that has nothing to do with the Yuffie DLC. It's also back in the main game. Ninja Gaiden Collection came out. I may or may not pick that up at some point. We'll see. Then the 11th, we had Guilty Gear Strive. If you're into fighting games, I'd really recommend picking that game up. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I've heard like a lot of people like really praising that game, so go pick that up if you're into fighting games. But my favorite, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I freaking love that Let's Play. I did have a little bug though. I did have a little bug. If you guys watched the final video, there was a little bug. That was my one issue I've ever had in the game. Even though I've seen other people have issues even way earlier than I did. It's still a good game, and I hope Insomniac does kind of patch up some of this stuff. And I'm sure they know. I'm sure people have been like, hey, Insomniac Games, there's some issues with this game, so can you fix it, please? So yeah. On the 24th was Legend of Mana. Again, I may or may not pick that up. The 25th, we had Mario Golf Super Rush. I'm not really into the Mario Golf game, but people said it's fun, so that's cool. And Scarlet Nexus came out, and I'll talk a little bit more about Scarlet Nexus in a little bit. On the 29th, we have Disgaea 6 Defiance of Destiny. I've only played one Disgaea game ever, and they're not really my cup of tea in a way. So, but the people who do enjoy Disgaea, enjoy it. And then the 30th, these are games that got added because we didn't know the release dates by then. Doki Doki Literature Club actually has a release. It's coming out for everything like PS1, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, all that stuff. I was even contemplating getting like the physical edition, like the collector's edition or whatever, because honestly the stuff that was in there is actually pretty cool. So I don't think I can get it anymore, but we'll see. Maybe one of these days. Maybe that'll be like a special stream or something one day if I do decide to pick that up. And then Tied to Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue came out on the 30th for the PlayStation 4. It's now out for the Switch and Xbox. I believe Xbox, well, it came out for the Xbox earlier in June, and the Switch it came out actually in March, I think. Back in March or maybe in April. So, yeah. Okay, so that was the previous quarter. Now, it's time to talk about the next quarter. But before I do that, I gotta talk about a few things. One, I've already mentioned this before in my previous 2 Dark Souls streams, which by the way, we are done with Dark Souls 2. I finished up that game last Saturday, so I hope you enjoyed watching that. And I mentioned this in Horizon Zero Dawn, which I started streaming on Wednesdays as well. I will not be doing any live streams in July for a reason. One, I'm actually going to be away from the 13th all the way to the 27th. Actually, even the 28th technically. I'm coming back on the 28th, so it's a little thing like that. So I basically have one whole week in July, and then I'm gone for the rest of the month. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to record videos just so we can still release 2 videos every single day. If I can't do that, that's totally fine. I'll just release 1 video every day. So even though I'm pretty sure both of these series will be done before then. For example, Shin Megami Tensei 3 will come out on the 13th, and then on the 14th it will be World's Ends Club. Then the 15th will be Shin Megami Tensei 3. So it'll be going back and forth like that, and that's totally fine. So let me say this right now. So as I'm recording this, I still have to finish World's End Club and Shin Megami Tensei 3. I'm pretty sure before I even get to the 13th, both of those series will be done, because I feel like we're very close to the end of World's End Club, and I feel like I only have like maybe 2 or 3 parts, or maybe even 4 parts left of Nocturne. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give a little preview about what to expect. Whichever I finish up first, the next thing we're going to do is the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot final DLC. That'll be the next thing I do. I don't know how long that's gonna take, so I'll probably try my best to knock that out one day in a recording. So if that's like 5 parts, perfect. And then I'm gonna record some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate stuff afterwards for that, just as a helper, because Kazuya is out already, and I want to check out a lot of these characters that I have not played yet. And with one more DLC character coming out at some point, I think it'd be good to go back into this. So yeah. And then once I'm done with the other one, like I said, if Shin Megami Tensei 3 happens, then I'll do Kakarot and then Smash Brothers. And then when World's End Club ends, finish, I'll start the next LP, which is going to be Tyler the Tasmanian Tiger 2. That's LP number 98. We're close to 100, which is going to be a very special series for a lot of people, and for me included. And I'll talk more about that when we do it. So unfortunately, that's not going to happen until probably August is when number 100 is going to start. So yeah, so I might just do it anyway, about one video from the 13th to the 20th, and maybe even on the 29th as well. It all depends. So I'm going to do my best to get a lot of videos recorded ahead of time. I'm actually very behind right now too. I only have as of right now, I'm recording this on Monday, the 28th. I only have videos up to the 29th. So I need to record more videos today after I'm done with this, so I can at least get the videos done for Thursday, the July 1st, which is when you guys see this. So it'll be very good on that Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, all those days I'm going to be recording non-stop, or for as long as I can. Hopefully I can get at least 3 parts, maybe even 4 parts per day on weekdays, and more on weekday ends. So there's that. Alright, now let's get into what's coming out this quarter, which is, the first one is Monster Hunter Stories 2. I have a little interest in this. It looks cool and such, but I don't know. I'm not much into Monster Hunter, but that looks adorable. On the 16th is Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. That will be an LP at some point, I promise you. It's not number 100. It's not going to be number 99 either. It may not even be 101, but it will be an LP at some point. It's unfortunate that I'm taking that trip, because I can't even pre-order that game, at least from GameStop, because they only have a whole, hey, we'll hold it for 3 days type thing. I'm still going to be gone by then, so. But I'm actually looking forward to that. I know Skyward Sword is basically a lot of people's, it's either their favorite or they totally dislike it, but I can't wait to check it out. Although the one thing that I really hate is that amiibo will give you fast travel, so it's you have to buy this $60 game, and then you have to buy another $15 amiibo in order to fast travel, so it's $75 or something like that. I don't like that, but it's whatever. Probably not going to get the amiibo anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. Then on the 27th, we have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is basically their prologues. Not prologues, I forgot what they're called. When the prequels. They're prequels to the original Ace Attorney games. I'm actually going to pick that up. I'm going to pick that up for 2 reasons. One, I want to support that because this is the first time that these games are coming out in Japan. So this is going to be weird, because it's okay, should I include this on my top 10 games of the year or not? It all depends. Of course, I gotta finish both. I'm going to say I gotta finish both of them, and then I put it as a whole collection. And 2, I probably will if I do like it and it is up there, because I did that with Type 0. Even though Type 0 remake, we never had it in America before. Type 0 Remake was how we got it the first time, and I did include it in my top 10 games of that year, so yeah. And then Neo The World Ends With You is coming out that day as well, and I'm super excited for that. There is a demo. I'm not going to check that out for multiple reasons. I don't know. We'll see. But I can't wait. So yeah, I will be able to pre-order both of these games because I can pick them up on the 28th. And then there's two games that are coming out in July that don't have a definitive release date yet. As of me recording this, they probably will today when you guys see this. Is Pokemon Unite and Little Devils Inside. Both of those games I'm somewhat interested in. I remember when we saw Little Devils Inside, that had me somewhat peaked for the PlayStation 5 stuff. So it looks nice. And then Pokemon Unite, I don't know. I might see more about that before I totally decide. But yeah, it's cool. So that's July. August is a pretty slow month for me. Now again, I want to mention this. I should mention this at the beginning of every time. All these games I talk about that are coming out are games that I am interested in. These are games I may or may not pick up, and some of these games are definite picks up. Some of the games are like, okay, maybe or maybe. We'll see. For example, Psychonauts 2. I have never played the first Psychonauts game. It's coming out on the 25th of August. But this game is coming out for the PlayStation 4, which is weird because I don't think it's coming out for the PlayStation 5. But what, like, or there's not a PlayStation 5 version, but there's like an Xbox Series Xbox Series version and Xbox One version, but it's weird. I always thought this was going to be an Xbox exclusive, but according to Wikipedia, which I know is not the best place, it's coming out for the PlayStation 4, so I mean, maybe I'll pick it up at some day, I don't know. And then No More Heroes 3 coming out on the 27th. I don't know if I'd do a Let's Play on that, but we'll see. I may or may not pick that one up either. I definitely should pick up the No More Heroes 1 and 2 for the Switch as well, so, because those games are fun. I do like them a lot, so it'd be nice. I'm sorry, honestly, I love playing with my beard. I actually like to have it like this, but at the same time, I kind of want to be like, okay, I gotta shave. Alright. But yeah, August is definitely going to be a slow month for me. And that's totally fine in terms of release, because that would be great. That means there's not games for me to cover, and this is probably where Let's Play number 100 is going to start at some point. Because 98 is Ty, 99 is going to be Neo The World Ends With You. That is my Let's Play schedule, and then my guess is Ty Tasmaniatica will wrap up first. Considering, like, obviously, I started earlier, and those games aren't really that long, but it all depends on how I'm going to cover that game too, because that game is kind of different than how the first Tasmanian Tiger game was. So we'll see. We'll see. I might have to depend on if I wrap up that series before I even leave. A, cool. B, then I might then I'll have to think about like what I will do later. So we'll see. We'll see. So August, like I said, very short month, or a very small month for me. And then September, it has a lot of good games coming out. We have Life is Strange True Colors coming out. I do need to play Life is Strange 2 at some point. I actually do like the Life is Strange series games. They're fun. And I'm very excited about True Colors. That looks to be fun as well. Tales of Aries, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Arise. I don't know how it's pronounced, but that one looks good. I've never played a Tales game before. I did play, I think it was Tales of Bestiaria or something like that. It was one of the, I think it was like one of the, it came out for the PlayStation 4, that's all I know. And you play it as a female. I can't remember her name. Was it Raven or something like that? They had a demo for that, and I played it out. It was okay, but it's not really my cup of tea, so. But I'm happy for the people that are excited for that. WarioWare Get It Together is coming out that day as well, so that's cool. I'll probably pick that up. I freaking love the WarioWare games. I have a 3DS. I believe one of the Wario games was free for like the administrator program or whatever that was back then. Like if you had a 3DS within the first year or something like that, you get like, hey, here's 30 free games or something like that. So, and I believe a WarioWare game was like, I know I played a WarioWare game before. I'm just trying to think of where type I've done it. Deathloop will finally be coming out. I'll be honest, I have no interest in this at all. I just want to mention that because a lot of people, like, if it's for you, cool. I like the concept of it, but the way that it's presented is not how I would want to play it, I suppose. Like, I like the fact that it's like, oh, it's like a live, die, repeat, basically. But, yeah, it's not for me. And And then the 24th is Lost Judgment, which is the sequel to Judgment. I can't wait for that. I freaking love the first game of Judgment. Lost Judgment is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. That's definitely going to be a Let's Play like I did with Judgment, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, so that is the quarter. I know I said I was going to talk about Scarlet Nexus, and I am. And I mentioned this at the end of my Dark Souls 2 live stream, was what series am I going to cover next on Saturday live streams? And that is going to be Scarlet Nexus. It's going to get at least one stream, and then I'll decide, like, okay, how does this feel? Does it feel okay? Do I want to keep this as a stream series? It probably will, because I did like the demo of it when I played it. If it's going to be the way that I think it's going to be, where you choose to be either playing as a male or a female, I'm probably only going to live stream one route. And then I'll do the other route off screen. Try to finish that before the end of the year so it can be part of my top 10. Because I like that game, or the demo. I liked it. And I will probably be streaming. I'll probably play as the female. Because I liked her combat a little bit more than the male. It was a little more understanding. She's more of a caster too, and a little more of a ranged player. Even though I'm a warrior in 14, I actually really like the ranged players too. That's why I have a Red Mage as my kind of like my second main class, or at least trying to. You know, I gotta get back into 14. I haven't played 14 for a hot minute, so I need to get back in there. But if for some reason I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel like the right series for me to stream, then we will be streaming Demon Souls when I get back in August, which, by the way, it's July, August. So the first day of August is a Sunday, so that'd be great. So on the 4th, I'll be back with Horizon Zero Dawn, and then on the 7th, I will start Scarlet Nexus. So there's that. Yep. And I'm actually really loving Horizon Zero Dawn as well, so I can't wait for that. I'm going to try to focus a little more on story in some of my streams, and others, I don't know, maybe I should do majority of the side content off screen. We'll see. I'll talk more about that when I do the stream, or I talked more about that yesterday when I did the stream, yeah guys, so thank you all for watching this update video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are looking forward to what's coming out in this next quarter as much as I am. I know there's not really that many games that I'm really there is a few games in here that I'm very excited for, don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of the games that a lot of people are excited for are coming out later in the year. Like, this is probably going to be my game of the year. Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming out in November, basically on my birthday. That's probably going to be my game of the year. Spoiler alert right there. Spoiler alert right there. I already have like 2 games right now that I could consider, but Shin Megami Tensei 5, it's going to be a hard contender. We'll see. I've only seen that trailer that they've shown at Nintendo. I didn't see anything else. I didn't watch the Treehouse thing. I didn't look at anything else. And I'm like, yep, take it. It has to be very reminiscent of Shin Megami Tensei 3 in a way. Tokyo Mirage Session. So I can't wait. Can't wait for that. And of course, Pokemon's coming out in November as well. I'm excited for that as well. We'll do a Let's Play on both of those series as well. Metroid Dread coming out in October. I don't know if I'll cover that game or not. We'll see. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. In the last quarter of 2021. But we'll talk more about that on October 1st when I do another update video. So thank you again. So yeah. Let me know what you guys are most looking forward to coming out in this quarter. Is it a game I mentioned? Is it a game I didn't mention? Like I said, again, these are all games that only has my interest that I may or may not pick up, except for Deathloop. But the only reason I mentioned Deathloop is because, like, hey, we'll finally never have to see another trailer of that game again in any of the showcases and such like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys most excited for. What are you guys looking forward to from me? Are you guys? And let me know what you guys think my Let's Play number 100 on this channel. This is it'll be my 100th Let's Play on this channel. I think I had like 25 Let's Plays on the other channel, so I'm not counting that at all. So it's like that's 25, and I had like almost 100 just on this channel alone, I believe. Yes? Yeah, it'd have to be. It'd have to be. Or is it combined? I don't know. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. If it's combined, cool. If it's not combined, awesome. Let me know. So, what are you guys looking forward to? Is the game I did mention? Is the game I didn't mention? And what do you think Let's Play number 100 is going to be? Let me know. And of course, yeah, let me know anything else. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. I will be back live streaming in August because I'm taking a trip. I'm going to go see family. I don't know if I mentioned why I was going to be gone, but that is the reason. I'm going to go see family. And yeah, I'm excited for that too. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.